Most people think that discipline is about being hard on yourself. I think that is the opposite. I think that discipline is one of the purest form of self-respect because when you truly care about yourself, you start doing the things that are good for you, even when they're uncomfortable. Think about, for example, someone that you genuinely care about, your little brother, your future child, someone you love. Would you want them to sleep 4 hours a night, eat junk food every day, drink every weekend, waste some hours scrolling social media, avoid their responsibilities? Of course not, guys. Because you care about them. So, why do you accept those things from yourself? Usually, people think that I have to force myself to go to the gym, for example. No, you go to the gym because you care about your health. People may think I have to force myself to sleep early. No, you sleep because your body needs recovery. People think I have to force myself to learn some skill. No, you learn skills because you are investing in your future. The entire perspective changes. And I want to share my personal experience with that. There was a period after my graduation when I wasn't taking care about myself properly. I had debt, I had gained weight, I felt lost, misaligned. I had to move back to my hometown that I didn't enjoy, and honestly, I wasn't lacking any information. I knew what I should do in that period. The problem was my mindset. I saw discipline as something painful, something that I had to survive, something that I had to force. But at some point in my life, I eventually realized that the habits that I was avoiding were actually acts of self respect. Training, learning, building skills, taking responsibilities. Those weren't in any way some punishments, they were investments. I think that many people never reach their goals because they treat discipline like a temporary challenge, like a diet, like a punishment, something that they have to endure for a period of time. So they constantly ask themselves, when can I stop? But in my personal view, successful people ask a different question. That is, how can I make this part of who I am? Because they understand something that the goal isn't the final destination. The goal is becoming the person who naturally lives that way and attracts those results. Imagine two people going to the gym. The first person thinks, I hate this, I have to do this. Whereas the second person thinks, I'm genuinely taking care of my body, but same action, but a completely different mindset. One eventually quits or doesn't enjoy that activity, whereas the other continues. Discipline isn't waking up at 5 o'clock. Discipline isn't suffering. discipline isn't proving how tough you are. Discipline is making decisions today that your future self will actually thank you for. It's choosing what you need over what you want in that moment. Today you stop seeing discipline as punishment and start seeing it as a self-respect. Everything changes because you are no longer forcing yourself to difficult things. You're taking care of yourself. And when you truly respect yourself, discipline stops feeling like a burden. It starts feeling natural. So guys, ask yourself, what is the one thing that you've been avoiding? Not because it's hard, but because you've been looking at it in the wrong way. So, if this video helped you to change your perspective, subscribe, leave a comment, and remember this. Discipline isn't punishment, it's a self-respect in action. So, if you want to level up with your mindset, perspective, overcoming your limiting beliefs, building unique physique, write me on Instagram so we connect. Let's go!